Are you worried about the grocery prices rocketing up to a shocking 20.7%, especially in food costs, just this year? And are you failing to shop strategically for food to keep costs manageable? If your answer is yes, then this video is perfect for you. Because in this video, we are going to walk you through some top tips that'll help you not only become a savvy grocery shopper, but will make you extra vigilant about saving your money when prices are showing no signs of slowing down. So, watch till the end to get to know how to save your money on groceries in 2022 despite the inflation. With that said, let's get this video rolling. 1. Hop on to the loyalty list. The first way that you can try to save on your groceries, despite the inflation, is by hopping on to the loyalty list, which specifically means the email loyalty list from your favorite retailers or brands. The tip is to subscribe to their emails and engage with them on social media, because this is where you'll often find deals and offers that aren't necessarily shared with the public. And always remember, a big part of creating a money-saving habit is to know how and where to save and when. Additionally, the good part is that you can always unfollow or unsubscribe if a particular brand feels too spammy or they're not delivering the value you're looking for. But for the brands you love, it's worth it to engage with them. Stay informed while also saving a lot of money. Neat, right? 2. Meal prep ahead. Another important tip that can help you save money on groceries despite the inflation is to start planning meals ahead of your grocery shopping. This will help you to buy everything you need for the meals you want to cook during the week in a timely and organized manner. No more stressing out for a week. So if you haven't given any thought to your meal planning yet, then consider this as your reminder. And the best part about meal prep is that when you know exactly what you want to cook, you'll create less waste and will be able to maximize your dollars in a new way. Another bonus tip is that as you're scribbling down your menu ideas, cross-reference what you already have in your pantry and fridge. Because while this extra step may take time, it helps you to have a firm understanding of what you already have on hand, rather than buying items you don't need. So, start planning now to save ahead. 3. Cut down on impulse buys. Are you someone who goes nuts for prepared meals, even if it's double the price? Guilty much? If yes, then this next tip is for you. Because any shopper knows very well how quickly impulse buying can rack up the bill. But worry not, because it's not impossible to get rid of your impulse buying habits. We got you covered. The first tip is that way you can avoid impulse shopping by avoiding the temptation in the first place. A better alternative that you can go for is to purchase the grocery items on your list at home through your retailer's app or website or services like Coupon.com and Instacart. Because this way you're more likely to just buy the things you need and not be swayed by the things you don't. Yes, you should allow for a bit of room in your budget for an occasional splurge because, hey, we all deserve to treat ourselves from time to time. But if you can get into the habit of cutting most impulse buys, you can not only save hundreds of dollars on your grocery shopping, but that too in just over the course of a year. Now, how awesome is that? 4. Buy in bulk. The next tip is one of the more famous ones when it comes to saving on groceries. That is, if you're feeding several people in your household, or even if you're living solo but have a lot of closet space, buying in bulk can make a huge difference to your grocery bill. Bottom line. You can also join Sam's Club or Costco to allow you to shop around for the best unit price. But remember, bulk buying only saves you money if you use the products and don't let them go to waste. The tip is to buy large packages that will last a long time, will have you spending less over time. The best products that you should go for when buying in bulk to save money include paper goods, laundry cleaning supplies, vitamins, and dry pantry ingredients like rice, oil, and pasta. 5. Set a budget. Yup, this next tip is one that you've probably heard before, but it's worth repeating every single time. That is regardless of what you're buying, from groceries to clothing. The secret to saving money is deciding how much you want to spend before you go to the store. A good baseline is to spend $100 to $125 per person per month when grocery shopping. Then break it down based on weekly or bi-weekly shopping, and that's your entire budget to spend on what you need. And remember, prices can also vary greatly around the country. So you may find that in New York City, for example, you'll need a budget of closer to $150 per person. So, calculate your budget per person according to the city you live in, before heading out to save yourself from all the hassle and some possible embarrassment. With that said, another important tip is that if you've been tracking your spending for a while, and you know that you notoriously go over budget on food, try taking the money you'll need out in cash. This way you'll only spend the amount you have on yourself at the time and won't go overboard or indulge in impulse buying. You may also find that this philosophy forces you to get creative in ways you hadn't considered ever before. So, get creative to save the bucks. Neat, right? 6. Stock your freezer. If you're one of the consumers who have it stuck in their minds that fresh is better than frozen, then this tip is for you. Because that's not always the case, especially when it comes to frozen produce. Know that vegetables and produce are flash frozen at peak ripeness, ensuring optimal nutrients when they're defrosted. Even more surprisingly, studies show that fresh produce loses nutrient value after sitting on a store or refrigerator shelf for a couple of days. And the best part is that frozen produce is cheaper, especially if you opt for the generic or store brand option. Then what are you waiting for? Stock up your freezer with your favorite veggies today. So, you can make it easy to whip up an inexpensive stir-fry, omelet, or smoothie that'll not only save you from splurging your money by ordering takeout, but will also rack in some savings as well. Can't beat that, huh? 7. Use a Cashback app. The next tip is to save money by doubling up on grocery rewards through cashback tools. For instance, shopping through a cashback site like CouponCabin.com can help you earn money back on various grocery delivery services, up to $2.5 back at Instacart and 1.5% back at Albertsons, 2% back at Vons, 1% back at Kroger, and 5% back at Seamless. Meanwhile, linking your grocery rewards card to a cashback app like Dosh can also help you earn added money back at partner grocery brands, including Walmart and Instacart. You can also check out iBuy and Checkout 51, which are two of the most popular apps for earning cash back at the store. According to Julie Ramhold, a consumer analyst at DealNews.com, the average iBuy user earns between $10 and $20 a month, but more active users can earn as much as $100 to $300 a month. Now, that's mind-blowing, right? 8. Skip the name brands. This tip is one of the best when it comes to saving money on your groceries, despite the inflation. That's because generic brands are usually much cheaper than their premium counterparts and just as good. And especially, if you don't have a preference, it can be easy to switch, but if you do, consider trying a few generics at a time to see if there are any you won't mind switching to. The tip is to be open to trying new products, even if it means a break from your favorite laundry detergent or your coffee creamer. That's because maybe you'll discover some new products you love that cost less in the process. So, think smart and take on new challenges to make your savings flow in today. 9. Give other stores a shot. If you're asking, what do we mean by that? The answer is that, well, just because you've always gone to Whole Foods doesn't mean it's not time to give other stores a shot. Yes, this will require some detective work to figure out exactly what products are the cheapest at which businesses, but it's definitely worth the effort. So for starters, you can try to fill your list at well-known low-cost stores such as Aldi or Walmart. Whenever you can't find their try to source from another local spot that you know generally has good prices, or check online. And if you still have items on your list that have been unfindable at a lower cost, then only should you kick things to more expensive grocery spots like Whole Foods. Just remember, the goal here is to get everything you need while spending the least, because, well, yeah, the gas prices on the rise aren't helping matters. So, even though you don't want to spend all day in multiple gallons of gas driving around trying to save $30 on a package of pasta, but do take a serious look for products on which you stand to save $3 or more by buying elsewhere can make a huge difference on your budget. The tip is to compare the prices across the board so that you can strategize your shopping to purchase to get the best bang for your buck at each place. So for example, Maybe you'll find that eggs are significantly less expensive at Target, or the dollar store has the best rates on couscous. And better, if several of your favorite stores are somewhat close together, it's worth making a few stops. Because every little effort counts when it comes to saving your money, right? All right. Well, these are some of the ways that you can try to save money on your groceries despite the inflation. We really hope that this video encourages and inspires you to cut down on your unnecessary shopping habits. That'll help you meet your saving goals this year. With that said, thank you for watching, guys. Please subscribe, enable notification, and we will see you next week. Bye.